Men should not discount women because of their body count. I think they can be discounted. I think
if you want to, that's fine. Yeah. I would prefer, I would be more into somebody who wasn't so judgmental. So that's where I'm coming from.
So you think it's judgmental, wrongly judgmental for a guy to not want to date a woman with a high body count?
I think it's just when I hear people talk about this, it comes with a kind of vibe that's looking at women with disgust. I think if you're saying
promiscuity, I don't think it's looking at women with disgust. It's looking at promiscuity with disgust.
And that's
fine.
I
think that disgust. The reality is STDs are a thing.
Oh, absolutely. STDs, for sure. That's something to be concerned about.
So somebody who has a high body count is more likely to have an STD, for example.
I guess I would just always think that this person would be checking, not just, not just fucking anyone.
Yeah, something could perhaps, maybe they haven't tested for it. Maybe it's, maybe they have HPV. They don't know. Maybe, I think even with herpes, you can perhaps be totally asymptomatic, but I don't know. I don't want to say something that's just factually, scientifically incorrect, but yeah, that's fair. I think it's just more of and it's not you guys, it's just the tone of a lot of these conversations. It ends up being and if she has a high body count, horrible, disgusting. And no, I avoid using that sort of language, but I would prefer a woman with a low body count.
Yeah, and I respect that for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think just that on its own is enough to disqualify a woman from a relationship. With me anyways. Other men are free to have their own standards, although I certainly would encourage men. One of the best things I think you can use as a metric when it comes to screening somebody is their promiscuity, whether past or present.
I'm the most promiscuous person here, and I get tested every 14 days.
They don't. Okay, well, you're in the old adult entertainment industry, you're in the porn industry, but that sort of, you're omitting I hear this argument frequently from porn actresses. You're omitting, rather deceptively, you're omitting the fact that they don't test for herpes or HPV, right?
No.
What do you mean no?
They don't.
It's not required, right? You don't have to test.
Required.
Right. And tell me what would happen if they did start testing for herpes in the porn industry.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
I feel like you should ask somebody who's been in it longer.
Okay.
How many?
So you said your body count's over 120. If you had to break, how many of those were from work?
The majority.
Okay, then.
95.
95 of them, and the rest were civilians, I guess you could say, as you might say. But the thing is they don't test for herpes or HPV in the porn industry. And my understanding, and I've spoken to quite a few women in porn, if you're doing traditional porn, it's not if, it's when you eventually catch herpes. You're gonna catch herpes if you're frequently doing scenes. You disagree?
I feel like you should ask somebody who's been in it longer. Okay. I'm still new. I feel like I'm not qualified to answer that.
That's terrifying. Just to think not if, but when.
Yeah, we had a girl on the show who what the crazy thing was, it wasn't so much that she had herpes, but she continued shooting, and she doesn't disclose to her scene partners that she has herpes.
She said, isn't that illegal or something? Can't she get
I don't know, but she says no, people don't really disclose in the porn industry if they have herpes, so.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Loose Pussy Energy donated $100.
My
These
boy,
thotties got John Wick type bodies, with too many face and back shotties. They take no accountabilities and brought great shame to their families, especially the one in the backsies. # get the rocks.
That was fucking Shakespeare in the flesh here. Thank you, LP. Appreciate it, man. Wait, what were we talking about? STDs or something? Herpes, yeah. Yeah,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You said you were new to the porn industry. Like, what was it that made you decide to do it? Like, how recent?
Wait, hold on. I'll let you ask that question, but you said you're new, but you've had sex with 95 men. So you're not that new.
Like 6 months. That's still pretty fucking new.
6 months?
6 months?
Yeah.
I mean...
Is that how many is that, like, per week?
I'm thinking of a day.
Can somebody do the dick math for us?
There's sites, there's like threesomes, like there's more than just like a boy girl like scene.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's the biggest scene? Like what's the most in a day?
Like a boy girl. So like 4 people.
Okay. Word. Good times. Good times. Did that answer your question, or did you want to restate it, Sarah?
I guess so. Is that not, like, is that emotionally damaging for you? Like, does that make you happy?
Yeah, it makes me happy. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't, like, take a certain amount of energy out of me. It's, like, performing. So, yeah, it does take energy out of me. But, like, it's not like I sit and, like, wallow in home all day or something crazy.
But
you know what I mean?
Doesn't have, like, a negative effect on your mental health? Like, neutral?
No.
Do you think that takes some of your soul?
Huh?
Like some of your soul?
What do you mean?
Like being with that many men, do you think that you kind of lose sight of like your soul through it?
No, I feel like men has no correlation to my soul or anything like that.
Do you have any like moral qualms with the porn industry, or are you just part of it regardless of them?
She's a communist socialist.
Yeah, so
But like actually, because like I mean, so many people who are in the porn industry are like actual victims of sex trafficking, and so when people watch porn, they don't even know if they're watching someone consenting to it or not. So it's very like it's kind of one of those industries that has a lot of like evil to it. So I'm just wondering, do you know about that, and like do you just
Before I have her answer that question, I want to ask the